Welcome to our YouTube video series on employment law. My name is Christopher Neufeld of Neufeld Legal. And in this YouTube video, we're going to be discussing the situation of a recently terminated employee from a large company. And the importance of that recently terminated, recently fired, laid off employee to get a second opinion, if they haven't even got a first opinion, otherwise a first opinion, from legal counsel as to their termination package, their severance package, and ascertain if there is any additional avenue through which they might be able to acquire something more from their former employer. And especially in these difficult times where the large companies continue to have considerable money, and in all likelihood, at least one would feel, the company that fired them, terminated them, laid them off is doing very well, but you're not necessarily doing well yourself. So what exactly do you need to be doing? Very interesting scenario, but there are avenues. And why do I say that? Well, there's some avenues which are available to employees, even if they've signed a release with that particular large company, to pursue the recovery of some type of financial return greater than what they had previously had. But it's all dependent upon a proper and thorough review by a knowledgeable lawyer. And what I can say is that there's no promises with respect to finding stuff. But from what I've seen, a combination of things. There are oversights, and there are significant areas that might well be available to you as a former employee to get something more. And even the mere fact that you engaged legal counsel to review your termination papers, your severance papers, your papers with respect to your layoff, it might well seem that they did an adequate job. I am not personally certain about that. And there may have been areas, just given experience and given seeing how many times lawyers have missed important elements, that you should reconsider having that second opinion done, even if it is many months later. It could even possibly be years later, but more likely than not, we're talking several months later. Last month, you've got your termination pay, you've got your severance pay, and you think, well, you know what, can't really go back, but it's hard times. Well, it might be the fact, but then again, there might be the possibility that something was overlooked. And there might be some legal avenue that is available to yourself to pursue what was rightfully due to yourself, or what can be rightfully claimed from your former employer. No certainties, but here's the thing. Why not have that second opinion? Why not get that further review? Especially if the additional review is not going to cost you anything to do in the first place. Yes, there might be an obligation if there is something identified as to the situation, that you pursue it with that particular lawyer as opposed to pursuing it in any other respect. Yes, that might be the case. However, what what is the loss? If you determine it's not appropriate, you don't move forward. If there's nothing found, you don't move forward. There's nothing that is being lost by yourself. It is only a matter of gain. There is only the aspect of potentially recovering or gaining something that, in fact, you should have gained in the first place, but you did not receive it on the first go-round. And you might well have thought everything's shut off. Well, everything might not be shut off. Naturally, as with anything, we're not going to divulge everything that we know and everything that we think. It just would not make sense from our own professional position in this video. But the fact of the matter is, having seen where even with lawyers, they have misread, they have not seen aspects where there was a potential for recovery, where there was a potential for additional gain, and where avenues are available through which you might be able to attain that. Why not have that second look? Especially where it's not going to cost you other than with respect to the obligation to continue with that particular lawyer should that particular angle be pursued. It's well worth looking at. So I'm not going to go into any further specifications of that other than to say, if this is something of consideration to yourself, if you think this is something, remember, I'll just go back quickly before I get on to something. If you look at most releases do not say that you are obligated to only work with a single lawyer. No. They say you're able to speak with your legal counsel. Your legal counsel can easily change over a period of time. So even though you might have had a lawyer early on, it does not inhibit you from taking on a lawyer at a later time. And what does that mean? It means you can come to a lawyer like ourselves and have us do our own review and have us provide you with our position. And then you can make a determination, like I said, even months and possibly years after you have been paid out for termination and severance. There still are opportunities available. No promises, no certainty of finding with respect to one over another, but there are opportunities. So if you want to contact us with respect to doing that, we have our information available in this YouTube video to find our website, to find our email, to give us a call. Feel free to do that. We're more than happy to look at this stuff under a purely high level of confidentiality, maintaining your privacy, and pursuing this in a manner that best serves you, and may well find that there is something that is due to yourself from your former employer that can still be attained, and with the assistance of our law firm, we could potentially help you attain it. So I trust you find this YouTube video informative there and see that it's not a complete dead end. It might be, but oftentimes a lot of these things are not as dead as one might think. There are possibly opportunities that have not been looked at and the potential to pursue them. So give that a thought. And if you think that you want to have that second opinion, please feel free to contact ourselves. Thank you.